Do you want to know why info products have the bad name that they have? And do you want to know that there is a few simple things that could be done to fix that, but are not being done because everybody in that space somehow agreed that the current one is the right way to do things? Well, I hope that after this intro you kind of want to, and so like, nice to meet you, I'm Francesco. All that shit that everybody opens up with, I don't care. Like, I don't care about me in this case. I don't care about me in this scenario. And even though what I'm probably about to tell you will more than likely make me a millionaire in the next few years or months, if that's the case, I don't know. I still want you to focus on the bigger picture. I don't want you to focus on me as a creator, but somehow of a person that is trying to get a message out there that nobody is willing to share. All right. As I told you, I'm Francesco. I've been involved in the online info business space for a couple of years. I think it's 3 at this point. Started around October 23. Now it's November 25, so 2 years. Yeah, somehow 2 years. I've been doing online business far before that, for a grand total of almost 4 years. And all in all, I've made quite some money doing this. I'm in a stage in my life right now where I want to have the best impact possible on people and on this industry in particular, because I've seen the ins and outs of it and I've seen what's wrong. And especially in these last few months, I've been focusing on doing this research, and now I'm sharing this message because I really care about it. I really think that info products are the future, and online education is the way that education is going to be shaped for the years to come. But there is a massive problem. There is a massive problem because everybody right now is treating this as the real estate bubble of 2008. And if we don't take care of it as soon as possible, it's gonna pop exactly like that. So the problem here is that everybody is trying to exploit it to make the most amount of money possible. All right. I'm not saying that that is wrong. I absolutely think that we should all be doing that. And I have been an advocate for, if you have a skill, just teach it online and become an info entrepreneur. But there is a wrong way to do it and there is a right way to do it. And right now, everybody is following the wrong way, which is solely focusing on acquisition, solely focusing on marketing, on funnels, on content, on building a beautiful facade for something that in the end is garbage. All right. I'm not saying that all the information out there is garbage. I'm just saying that the way that it's delivered and the way that products are structured is not optimal, is not optimized for student success, which is in the end what we all want to achieve, or we say we want to achieve in this space. So as a quick introduction, this is gonna be kind of a day in the life, and I'm posting this on different channels, mainly because I wanna see where like it gets more traction, because I've had a YouTube channel for around 2 years since I've started in info products, and I had dropped it for a while. So now I want to see if starting from scratch, from brand new, helps the algo just push me out there a little bit more. Because my main concern right now is to get this message across the most people possible. All right. So I'm a fucking amateur. I'm speaking from experience because I Recently, well, not so recently, but like in June, around June, yeah, mid June, as I was taking my final high school exam, I thought it was a good idea to also launch an info product for one of my clients. Because, well, the previous consulting model that I was doing, that I was applying, mainly consisted in helping people like launch, scale info businesses, leveraging acquisition tactics. And so that this is coming from a place of somebody who is kind of good at that, at doing that, because in a matter of, well, just over 48 hours, with that client we were able to make a grand total of $24,000 in sales, all collected in a subscription based model for $30 a month. So if you do the math, $24,000 divided by $30 a month, it is like, I don't know how many subscriptions. All right, it's a ridiculous amount of sales for something so low ticket. That quickly snowballed in about a week or so into my most spectacular failure of all time, just because I didn't put the necessary thought into the product itself. And I'm not trying to like defend myself and say, oh, this wasn't my fault, it was the client's fault. Like, I have proof of this, and the main proof that I can show you is the fact that, well, I cannot directly show you because we have NDAs, but is that the lead magnet, the very top of funnel thing that I built for him, the thing that was channeling all those leads into the sales page, still works to this day. And keep in mind, it's not been pushed for 5 months at this point. There has been no content made for 5 months at this point. He's not been talking about it for 5 months at this point, and somehow it still converts. This has amazed me because I got a ton of notifications of that being still active during these 5 months. Yesterday I got another one, and so this kind of sparked the initial idea in my mind to kind of film this. But this is just to tell you that, as I said, it wasn't a marketing problem. The $24,000 that we had to refund, because we had to refund up to the very last dollar because the product was so shit, was due to a lack of structure in the system that people would have had to follow, all right? And so I know that this churn rate is not typical, is not something that you see every day, because what you see usually is 30% churn rate or 60% dropout rate, or I don't know, a 90% non-completion rate, which is kind of sad, which is pretty kind of sad. But now that you have told us all these things, how do you intend to fix it? Well, I have done some research, all right? And this is something that excites me a lot. I could talk about this for a whole 40-minute long video. By the way, I did that. I'm gonna link that in the description because I'm gonna publish it as soon as possible after this one on this new channel. On the old channel, it's already live, so kind of see where you're at. But the essential thing that you need to know is there are psychological principles that you have to leverage in order to make education function. There are there are certain human functioning principles that you cannot leave out of the picture, and you cannot oversee all those things and just say, oh, well, if you don't get results under this 90 days guarantee period, we're gonna keep coaching you for free. Like, that is not a way to get people to win, because chances are that if somebody doesn't get results under 90 days, it's because they have dropped out. It's because you don't see them around anymore, and this is kind of convenient for who's having these guarantees active, because, well, if they are not active anymore, who are they gonna coach? And so this obviously really lightens the workload on their side, but does not take into account that all those people once believed in something and were once made. Man, this is so fucking hard. They were once made believe that they could really change things by doing something and taking the right action. That's not enough. That's not enough. Like, taking the right action has to be backed by the right infrastructure, the right information, and the right support safe net. All right? You cannot do things like this. All right. So my typical day consists of, well, you're gonna see in the next few videos, but consists of just finding potential buyers for my service, potential creators that can implement this because I think they are somehow a fit. Find their contacts, contact them, make content, all of this shit, just to get this going. Not for me, well, also for me, because this is not just for me. Like, at this point, it's fucking generational. It's not personal anymore. I want your help. I need you to go out there and be the bad guys like me, telling everybody the way that you are doing this right now is the wrong way, and you should be ashamed of yourself for insisting in doing so. With that said, I will see you in the next video, because this is already long enough. I'm gonna edit it, post it as soon as possible, because I want it to be online by today, 5 p.m. I will see how this performs, and I send you all my best of wishes, because you fucking deserve to win. All right, that's it. I will see you maybe tomorrow. Bye bye.